Luis really cares for Sheridan, doesn't he?
He hasn't said the words, but I believe he loves her.
I don't know what I would do if anything happened to Ethan or his father. Thank God they're all both safe.
Why would Ivy be worried about Ethan's father? Julian is right here. What does she mean? Julian, when exactly were you and Ivy married?
Don't remind me of that Black Sunday.
I still can't believe it.
Nor can I. I mean, we saw Sheridan dead. We were there when they buried her at the cemetery. I mean, is it possible that she could still be alive?
Don't be ridiculous. Of course she's not alive.
This is your sister, Julian. Don't you have some hope that she might have survived?
It may be Christmas time, but I assure you there are no miracles happening here in Harmony, darling. The two of you just have to face reality. Sheridan is dead and buried.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Ethan, Sam, and the others have gone to the cemetery. They seem to have good reason to think Sheridan may still be alive.
Oh, prime example of our brilliant police force in action. What a waste of time.
I know it's hard to believe, but I pray it's true.
So do I, Pilar. I mean, if Sheridan were alive, oh, what a glorious Christmas present that would be.
No, Sheridan, no. He's gone. No.
This is my fault. I did this to her. Look, no, it's not your fault. No one did any more to save her than you. But I didn't save her, Sam. We were too late. Hey, and look, I know you feel guilty because you faked Sheridan's death. But is there something else that you want to tell me? Yeah, I need to tell you. I'm gonna tell you everything, and then you'll know why I'm guilty.
No, Sheridan. Daddy, I heard what happened. Mom, are you all right?
I'm okay, sweetie.
What's going on?
We were hoping to save Sheridan. She was buried alive.
Buried alive? Oh, my God. I should be the one comforting Ethan, not Gwen.
Of the one who could sing so sweet, and I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Julian talks about miracles. The only miracle is how I've managed to stay married to him for all these years. Look at him. Hanging ornaments, excited about Christmas as a little boy. He should be rushing to the cemetery to see if his sister is still alive.
And I think he truly believes she's already dead.
No, Pilar. He doesn't give a damn. All he cares about is his money, his power, and his women and what they can do for him. He is the most unfeeling, egotistical, selfish man I have ever met. And I'm married to him.
I'm sorry you've had to stay in this loveless marriage all these years.
Well, you know why I did it? For Ethan. I've had to remind myself every day that Ethan's future was all that mattered. That. And the fact that I could never tell Julian that Ethan is a Bennett and not a Crane.
I know how hard it's been for you to keep that secret. And how much you want to tell Sam that Ethan is his son, but you can't.
I know, Pilar.
I'm sorry. I just don't want to see you or other people hurt.
I know that too, Pilar. You've been like a sister to me. And you're the only person in the entire world that I can trust, and I have trusted you with all my secrets.
What's that all about?
What? Oh, the sisters Grimm. They've been cheek to jowl for years.
So you're right. Ivy does tell all her secrets to her housekeeper.
Oh, but if you think you can get Pilar to talk, forget it. She's like one of those old world servants, you know, the kind that will go to the gallows before she squeals on her mistress.
I'm sure you're right. Oh, have you tried to bribe her?
Oh, of course, I'd give a great deal of money to get Pilar to cough up Ivy's big secret.
And she turned you down?
Well, Pilar's a fool. She thinks there are more important things in this world than money. That's why she's poor as a church mouse and always will be.
Julian, you know, you never answered my question. When exactly did you and Ivy get married?
Oh, you were the maid of honor, don't you remember?
No. No, actually, I don't. Don't you?
I'm afraid you'll have to consult our quaint wedding album. It's gathering dust in the back of my closet somewhere. Why do you ask?
Oh. You know how things just come to mind sometimes.
Okay, Hank, you want to tell me what's going on? Yeah, I do. I can't live with myself. This was my idea to do this to Sheridan. But it wasn't supposed to go this far.
But Sheridan agreed to the plan, right? And Eve and the FBI were involved too, right?
Yeah, Sheridan agreed to play dead, you know, and Eve agreed to the autopsy, and Hal gave his full FBI approval. We thought that Roger and Pierre would believe that she was dead, and they'd go back to dealing drugs openly, and the FBI could nail them.
Hank, it was a good plan.
It backfired, Sam. Roger and Pierre were one step ahead of us the whole time. They knew that Sheridan wasn't really dead. She was still a threat because she could ID them.
Well, that's right. So if anyone's to blame here, it's the drug dealers.
No. I'm equally to blame.
I don't see why. I mean, you did everything you could to get Sheridan out of a terrible situation. But one thing I don't understand is why did the drug dealers come to you in the first place?
Because I'm one of them.
What are you talking about?
I'm a lowlife, Sam. I'm just like them. They came to me to kill Sheridan.
Sheridan, don't go. Please don't go. There's so many plans for us. So many things that I wanted to share with you. I wish I had the courage to tell you how I really felt. Maybe you would have trusted me. Maybe you would have trusted me enough to tell me about this plan. I could have stopped you. You'd still be alive. You'd still be with me. I never realized Louise loved Sheridan so much.
It's horrible to lose the person that you love. It's so horrible.
I can't do this to Gwen and Teresa any longer. I have to tell them which one I'm going to ask to marry me.
Mother, look at Luis. His heart is breaking. I can't bear it. I have to be with him.
I know what you're feeling, Sheridan, but it's too late. Your time on Earth is over.
No, it can't be. All I've ever wanted in life was for a man to love me as much as I loved him, and I finally found that. I thought Luis and I had a chance. We had time.
I'm sorry, Sheridan. There's no more time for you and Louise.
No!
Sheridan, don't leave me.
Louise, don't cry. I can't bear to see you cry.
Teresa.
I'm so sorry about your aunt. I know that you loved her so much.
Yes, I did. Look, there's something I have to talk to you about, but before I say anything, I want you to know that my feelings toward Louise have changed.
They have?
Back on the boat, Luis risked his life to save mine. I mean, he could have let me die easily, but he didn't. I'll never forget that.
Thank you for telling me. Ethan, Luis knows how much I love you, how much I want to be your wife. And in our family, when you fall in love, you fall in love forever.
Ethan, your mother's on the phone.
You called Mrs. Crane to get Ethan away from me, didn't you?
Stop intruding on our family's sorrow. And stop with this we fall in love forever routine, because I'm not buying it and neither is Ethan. So back off.
I'm not gonna talk to you, Gwen. I don't want Ethan to see me like this. It will just upset him.
No, Mother, she didn't make it.
Ethan, I am so sorry. I know how close you and Sheridan were, how much you loved her.
Yes.
Please come home, Ethan.
Not just yet, Mother.
I know Teresa and Gwen are there with you. Have you told them which one you're going to ask to marry?
Not yet. We'll talk later, all right? Bye. Excuse me.
Sheridan. Sheridan, don't leave me. Please don't leave me.
Mother, it's Christmas. Doesn't that mean anything? Isn't Christ's birth a time for joy and happiness and miracles? Can't Louise and I have a chance at happiness? Is there any hope for us?
I'm sorry, Sheridan, but it's too late. It's too late for you and Louise. But come. Come with me, it's time.
I'm really worried, Whitney. Seeing Ethan with Gwen, I don't know who he's going to choose.
Why? Has something different happened?
Ethan told me that he wanted to talk to me before the night is over. And I have this terrible feeling that he's going to tell me that he's chosen Gwen.
Well, what are you going to do if he does choose Gwen, Teresa?
I don't know. Louise has lost someone that he's loved. And Ethan is suffering too. They both lost someone they loved. And I'm wondering if I'll lose someone I love tonight too.
Mrs. Crane, what did Ethan say? Is Sheridan alive?
No, poor. They brought her out of the grave, but it was too late.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, the whole idea of digging her up is outrageous. I'm sure your son Luis was behind this insanity, Laura.
Apparently, the FBI, Dr. Russell, and Hank Bennett all had reason to believe Sheridan could still be alive.
Oh, please, that's absurd. Sheridan was dead when we buried her, and no one comes back from the dead.
You see, Pilar, Julian doesn't give a damn about his sister.
That's not true. I cared for Sheridan a great deal. Dead is dead. What's the point of dragging this mourning on forever?
Ivy, did Ethan say who he was going to ask to marry him?
This would be delicious. Oh. Take my word for it. Ethan will do the right thing and marry Gwen.
Luckily, Ethan is not Julian's son, and he will do the wise thing and marry the woman he loves best, whoever she may be.
Eggnog, darling?
No, Julian, I'm not in the mood.
No, thank you, Mr. Crane.
Oh, I'd love some, Julian.
Yeah, of course you would. Here's to us as future in-laws. We have so much in common, from our love of power to our love of eggnog. If only I'd married you instead of that cool fish who cares more for our son, her housekeeper, than she does for me.
We would make a terrific team. You know, and there is nothing I would like more than to be your wife, Julian, and help you rule the Crane Empire.
Why, Rebecca, what about your husband?
My what? Oh, him! Oh, he can be handled.
Oh, it's amusing to contemplate, isn't it? You'd make Ivy eat humble pie, wouldn't you?
And wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, a sight to behold. What is going through that pretty little head of yours?
You know, Julian, I keep getting bits and pieces of Ivy's little secret. But I just don't have it. Not yet. It's like it's staring me in the face, and I just can't see it. You know, if you wouldn't mind, I really would love to have a look at that wedding album, the one in the back of the closet.
Another sip or two of this eggnog, and perhaps I'll join you in the back of the closet.
Oh, you are wicked.
I'll go up first.
If I could just figure out Ivy's secret, then I could win Julian and the Crane fortune.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about Roger and Pierre, and why they came to me.
Why did they come to you? And what made them think that you would commit murder?
Because they had things on me, you know? They had things that could put me behind bars, and they threatened to tell you about my past if I didn't do what they wanted.
Oh my God. What have you done that was so bad that they could blackmail you into murder?
Sam, that doesn't matter now. The fact is that I agreed to murder Sheridan. But I tried to get out of it, you know? I stalled. I tried to talk him out of making the hit. But I couldn't convince them. But I knew I'd have to kill Sheridan, but I couldn't do it, Sam. You know, so that's why I went to the FBI with this plan, and if the plan would have worked...
But it didn't, did it? Just like everything else you've ever done in your life. Nothing works out for Hank, does it?
No.
Well, why didn't you come to me? Why didn't you tell me what was going on? Why didn't you trust me?
Because I was afraid you'd be as angry with me as you are right now. And I thought the plan would work.
Well, it didn't, did it? The plan failed. And now, Sheridan is dead.
butcher yourself. I know that you would have given your life to save Sheridan's, and I'm sure that she died knowing that.
I still can't accept that she's dead. I couldn't accept it when I saw her lying in that coffin in the church. And I can't accept it now.
I know how hard this is for you. Losing someone you love is the worst thing that can happen to anyone.
I think I'm just beginning to understand what you and Ethan are going through. You really love him, don't you?
Yes. I love him more than life itself.
How could I have been so pig-headed? Who am I to tell you that you couldn't love Ethan? Love is so rare and so precious. When you find it, you gotta keep it. You don't let anyone take that away from you. So what if Ethan chooses Gwen?
I think I'd want to die.
I feel so silly. I don't know what I thought I was gonna find. Hello.
I thought you might be parched from your labors. Find anything interesting in that memoir of horrors?
Thank you, Julian. You know, I was just wondering, did you invite Sam Bennett to your wedding?
God, of course not. Why in the world would we invite some local like Sam Bennett? Why do you ask?
No reason. Sit down.
Gladly, my little plum pudding.
You know, Julian, I feel so close to figuring out Ivy's secret. If I could just put all the pieces of the puzzle together.
Oh, please, do you really have to mention my wife here in my bedroom?
Well, if you'd rather I not.
Thank you. It's really not conducive to lovemaking, is it?
Well, Julian, just what are you suggesting?
I am suggesting that you are far better suited to be here than her.
Well, surely Ivy must join you here from time to time.
Yes, you must be joking. The closest I've gotten in years to seeing Ivy naked was when I was hallucinating her. At least they said it was an hallucination.
Oh, when you were trapped in that mine shaft.
Yes, I told you. I saw Ivy in a mirror making love to Sam Bennett. The whole idea is ridiculous, so it had to be an hallucination. But it does seem to me that Sam Bennett has been on the lips of so many women lately.
Not these lips.
Oh, thank goodness I have something much better for those lips to do. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Did you ever stop to think about how many lives you were messing with? I mean, it's one thing to screw up your own life, but when you do it to other people, it's unforgivable.
I know, Sam, okay? I don't expect to be forgiven.
Look, Sheridan is dead. And your best friend is gonna spend the rest of his life wishing that she was still alive.
All right, you're right. I gotta live with this for the rest of my life, too.
And you damn well should. Hey, listen, guys, hey. You know, come on, man. I don't want to interfere. I can figure that this is between the brothers, but Sam, I think you're being too hard on Hank.
So do I.
Everybody just can't lay this on Hank's back. There was a lot of people who thought this plan would work.
Well, the plan didn't work, did it? And Sheridan is dead. I mean, none of you would even attempted this crazy scheme if Roger and Pierre hadn't had reason to believe that they could force Hank to kill her. And how could you put yourself in such a position where those lowlifes thought that they could blackmail you into murder?
Sam, if I could do it over again...
Oh, you know what? Do you know how many times I've heard that? I've heard you say it over and over again. But you know what, Hank? There's no more do-overs. You know what? Years ago, you broke our father's heart. Yeah. And now you're breaking Luis's heart, your best friend. And you broke mine. Sheridan is dead. And there's nothing you can do to bring her back.
Just need another minute alone with her, okay?
Sure. How's Luis holding up?
He's in such pain. He can't believe it's real, and neither can I.
This is just all so impossible. Just too impossible to believe.
There is only one good thing that's come from this. It's made Luis see how important love is. He even told me that it was wrong to try to keep me from being with Ethan.
I'm glad to hear that. You know, I think it's time for us to maybe get going.
Well, I can't leave yet, not until Ethan tells me what he wants to say.
Ethan, I'm cold. Can we go home now? There's nothing more we can do for Sheridan.
I know. Before we go, I have to talk to you and Teresa.
I'm worried. Sheridan was friends with Gwen, and she wanted Ethan and Gwen to be married. She even set up trust funds for any children Ethan and Gwen might have.
Yeah, that was before she knew about you, that Ethan was in love with you too.
Still, Sheridan's always had such a big influence on Ethan's life. You know, before we got the call about Sheridan, I thought there was a chance that Ethan was going to ask me to marry him. But seeing Ethan with Gwen now, I'm afraid that he's chosen her.
What is my sweet Rebecca going to give me for the second day of Christmas?
What I'd like to give you is Ivy's secret.
Oh, there's that name again, must you?
Oh, I'm sorry, darling.
In lieu of her secret, which you do not yet possess, how about something a little more substantial?
Let me see. How about...
Oh!
Why don't I run you a nice hot bath?
Oh, Lenore, thank you. I love that.
Rebecca, you little minx.
Oh, Julian, you naughty boy.
You're not going in there.
I'm tempted, if for no other reason than to spoil their fun, but why bother? Let them have what they want, each other. I have what I want. Or, almost. If Sam were to love me again, my happiness would be complete.
How can I ever respect you again, Hank? I mean, I have more respect for Ethan Crane right now than you, and that is saying something.
You can't hate me any more than I hate myself right now.
I don't hate you, but I don't like you. I don't like Ethan either, but at least his suffering is honest. At least he loved his aunt. And if you ever loved anybody but yourself, you wouldn't have got yourself in this mess.
No, Sam. I swear to God, I was thinking of Sheridan. I was trying to help her.
Sam, he's telling the truth. Now, maybe it was a mistake to try something so crazy, but his heart was in the right place.
Sam, haven't you ever made a mistake? A bad decision?
Yeah, I've made mistakes. I'm not perfect by any means. I've done things to people that I'm not proud of, but I didn't break the law, TC. And I didn't make myself vulnerable to cheap thugs like Roger and Pierre. And I didn't give them the ammunition for them to blackmail me into murder.
Your mistake was Ivy, wasn't it?
Getting involved with Ivy and not telling Grace was the biggest mistake of my life. I'm so glad that Ivy lied about Ethan being my son.
I thought you got over that with him.
I have. I don't think he's as rotten as I used to think. But if he were my son, I mean, it would kill Grace to think that I lied to her. And she would always wonder why I never told her about my affair with Ivy. I'm just so glad that Ethan is not my son.
So you admit it. Ethan is Sam's son. How could you have kept this from him all these years, Ivy?
Oh, I would have kept it from him forever if I hadn't lost my mind. Oh, I wanted Sam so badly. I thought that if he knew we had a child together, he'd want me back in his life.
I think it's time that we took Sheridan's body to the morgue and we all go home.
Luis, I'm so sorry for all the pain I've caused you, man. And for Sheridan, if there was anything I could do to change this, I would do it in a second.
Just forget it, Hank. Sheridan's death isn't your fault. If it was anyone's fault, it was mine. I should have watched her. I should have never left her alone for a minute. Now I think about her every day, every minute for the rest of my life.
Don't be afraid. You'll be happy in heaven.
Please, God, let me go back to Luis. Only you can help me, God, please.
You know, it's not going to do any good to worry. Ethan's already made his decision.
Well, I would be even more worried if Tabitha hadn't read my tea leaves. She said that she saw me at a wedding. And who else's could it be but mine and Ethan's?
Well, I don't know, but I think it's crazy to believe anything Tabitha tells you from her tea leaves. Look, if I were you, I would just prepare for the worst, okay?
Whitney, Ethan has to ask me to marry him. If he doesn't, then I'll die.
Here comes Ethan right now.
Teresa, I'm sorry what I've put you and Gwen through. I apologize to both of you. But it's time that I ask one of you to marry me.
Luis, I'm going to have the ambulance take Sheridan to the morgue.
What was that?
I don't know.
No idea what I am looking for.
I'll know it when I find it.
Picture of Ethan. That makes sense. He is Ivy's favorite. Why does Ivy have a picture of Sam Bennett in this locket? Oh my god. Oh my goodness, that's it. That's it! Sam Bennett is Ivy's secret. Oh. So Julian wasn't hallucinating. Ivy is having an affair with Sam.
Did she just breathe? Is that some kind of involuntary reflex, Eve?
I don't know. I never heard of it happening like that before.
Oh my God, Sheridan's alive? Is she breathing?
Yes. Just barely. I don't know what brought her back to life, but we have to get her to the hospital now.
Sheridan, you came back. You didn't leave me. Here, get her. My God, it's a miracle. I mean, if Sheridan's alive, anything and everything is possible.